Hello, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom all over the world. I say good afternoon, good evening, depending on your location, my people. I am here once more today for us to interact and continue with our evangelism of our nation. Biafra government in exile, soon to be declared in Finland on the 2nd of December 2024. My wonderful Biafrans, I invite you to join me so that we will continue on this evangelism. Biafra is our nation, and Biafra we must discuss because Biafra must come. It is Biafra interest first and nobody else's. We have been sitting on the fence for so many years, and Nigeria government thought that we are toothless bulldogs. Hello, my wonderful sister Stella. Thank you for joining. So, my wonderful Biafrans, join us so that we will continue to evangelize. Biafra remains our nation. Nobody will give us Biafrans, Biafra nation, except we Biafrans. My people, there's an adage in Igbo land that says, we can never stop talking until Biafra comes. Join me, my wonderful people. Thank you, Anthony Obasi, for joining. My people, before I continue, I will have to thank God, Almighty Father, merciful God. I pray this evening and say that the Lord is our shepherd, we shall not want. He makes us to lie down in green pastures. He leads us beside the still waters. He restores our soul. He leads us in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake, yes. Though we walk through the valley of shadow of death, we fear no evil, for you are with us. Your rod and your staff, you comfort us. You anointed our head with oil, and our cup runneth over surely. Goodness and mercy shall follow us all the days of our lives, and we shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Father, Lord, I commit my leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, into your holy hands. No matter what the governors and the zoo military say, please, my Lord, we want him back alive. Almighty God, I'm committing my wonderful, indomitable, and powerful Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, into your holy hands, Father, Lord. Please, Lord, protect him, guide him in everything he does, be before and behind him, and guide all Biafrans, both those who are in homeland and those abroad. In the name of Chukwu Okike Abiama, he say, wonderful sister Stella, I hope you are not working too hard. Anthony Obasi, Chibike Nwadigwe, thank you so much for joining. My people, Biafra remains our religion, our nation. We must evangelize. I have a picture of Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I want to use it as my jingle before we go straight to the point. Today's topic relates to the way Biafra Marine forces in Penisular have been sending the Cameroonian and Nigeria alliance soldiers to judgment. But before I go to that, let's listen to our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
A governor said, The governor of Bakassi State, we are bringing in Fulanis. We are coming to settle Fulani in Nigeria. He said it to me, he wasn't hiding.
This one.
We are coming to settle Fulani in your land, in your villages. Do you know why that is possible? Because you believe in one Nigeria. If you are on your own, nobody can try it. It's called an act of war or invasion. But Fulani is carrying out an act of war and invasion into your territory because you are under one Nigeria. So in other words, they are using Nigeria is providing them a cover to carry out a conquest of an entire, should I say, ethnic nationalities across the zoo. Is it clear to you now? Do you now understand what we are saying?
Yes, my people. What Onyendu is here reminding us. I remember the time when Onyendu was saying this. This Fulanese, look at this one. He is not a child anymore. He has grown gray on his beard. He's a matured man. He knows what he is saying. They came from Sahel. Some of them went to crash course just to learn how to speak English, so that whenever a white man comes to take gas and oil, they will be able to know how to say yes or no. That's the only reason. Hello, my wonderful sister Diane. Thank you so much. She's greeting everyone. She said, genuine Biafrans. Yes, that is the right word, because it's not everybody that shouts Biafra, Biafra that is genuine. Some of them are the enablers that the Fulanis are using to grab land in a part of the world that does not belong to them. You know, we easily forget because, you know why? We are not violent people. We are human beings that loves to welcome strangers. We, I mean, is the indigenous people of that region. 3 nations lopsided together, that is never working. It has never worked. There's one thing I will continue to say, because our people will forget easily. When you are traveling from Lagos to Enugu, is 45 minutes. Lagos to Abuja, 45 minutes. Is just like traveling from London to France, 45 minutes. Traveling from London to Italy, 45 minutes. Traveling to Belgium, 45 minutes. Which means that all these countries around Britain or in Europe, the whole of the zoo, including Oduduwa Nation, Arewa, we are all different countries struggling to live together for the benefit of the Oyibo man. I don't know what is in the brain of Africans. When Onyendu was telling them that these people are coming, nobody was listening to him. He said to us that he had an intel that these people have filled all the Yoruba bushes and the Bini bushes, that very soon they will come down to the east. What are the governors doing? That was before he set up the ESN. Before these people came, we were something different, but Lord Lugard lopsided everybody together for their own interests and for the interest of the Fulanese, because they were so scared of the Fulani marauding fighters. They were always fighting and buying the Oyibo, and they were so scared of them. They still do the same thing in their own country now. Now they want to introduce Sharia law in UK. The same character, the same attitude. But nobody listened to Onyendu. So the topic of today relates to when, during the war, Lekki Penisular is a Biafra land. Hello, Chibike Chibu. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much, my wonderful brother. During Nigeria Biafra war, they blocked all the sea ports so that we will all die of hunger, and majority of kwashiorkor caused by hunger, no food. You know, when you plant a tree without watering it, the tree will wither away. The same thing with human beings. When you don't eat, you don't drink, you only drink only water, the body will need other food to nourish your mortal body. But they blocked us. Wickedness. So now they gave the Cameroonians Bakassi Peninsula, which is very close to Ambazonia, where the seaport was. Now, they blocked that place, and there was oil deposit there. The Cameroonians said, for us to block this place for you people, you have to give us this oil. Because as I said the other day, in politics, there is no permanent enemy and there is no permanent friend, but only permanent interest. So Cameroonians were looking out for their own interest to give Nigeria what they want, which was their interest at the time. Their interest was how to block Biafrans so that they will bring us back to the zoo to keep serving them. Because no matter what anybody says, once we leave the zoo, my people, they will crash. They will crash. But fortunately for them, have found oil or gold in Zamfara. And maybe other people have the same. Hello, Anthony. Thank you for joining. More volume. Are you not hearing me? Please, let somebody confirm. I'm sorry if there is no volume there. Are you hearing me well now? Please confirm. Is it loud now? Hello, Anthony. Are you hearing the volume now? Hello, Anthony Meji. Thank you so much. How is Chile? Please, can you confirm the volume is okay now? So that I continue. Can someone please write at the comment section? Okay, okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. All right, Diane. Thank you. All right. So I can continue now. So these people, in order to destroy Biafrans, okay, Howard, Seraphim, thank you so much. So in order to defeat Biafrans during 1966 to 70, they almost finished everyone. They almost finished everyone. So this Bakassi Peninsula now, my people, okay, my people, they are fighting still now. All right, thank you so much. So now they are fighting for this very area. Thanks, Howard. They are still fighting for this area now because they are trying to stop what we are doing by all means. And you know that these zoo people, they don't have plan. All they know how to do very well is to buy people, but administrative qualities they don't have. Thank you, Anthony. They don't have any administrative qualities. They don't have any management of resources. Thank you, Diane. Yes. Okay. Okay. So they are now fighting our soldiers in that area very badly right now. So as at yesterday, you will hear what they did in that area, and our soldiers, we are send them to judgment, because these people, they don't know what we are capable of doing. They look down on us. They treat us like people who don't know what they are doing, or maybe because they are a nation stealing our oil. But our Biafran Marine Dragon Marine really gave it to them. So my colleague, you all know him, Biafra Unite gave it to them. Woto woto. So let us hear the news. I have a video that I will show you. I got it from PM's Twitter handle this afternoon, of their voice, where they are, fighting these people.
Biafrans and lovers of freedom, I want you to...
Hello, Sonny, my wonderful brother. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much. We are talking about Penisular. Penisular is this area where they have oil, our own peninsula that Nigeria gave to Cameroon during Nigeria Biafra war, so that they could block us from having food or aid from overseas countries. Tanzania recognized Biafra then. Even France was helping Biafrans. Gabon and other countries, but they never allowed them to bring anything to us. So many children died of kwashiorkor, up to 5 million. You can imagine that. And that is what they are planning to do again now. But our Obatobie, Eze Abatanobi of Biafra, hello, Lekon, Bawoni. So all these things, my people, before I go into it, I have this quick news. This is for Diane. Diane, you have to go to your brother and talk to him to push further, or not even to bother at all. On Saturday, the Oduduwa Nation, Yoruba Nation, they went to 10 Downing Street and handed a letter petitioning Nigeria that they want to leave Nigeria. But the news I saw yesterday in Vanguard said that the British government is not giving them the go-ahead. They will not do it. You better start fighting like we are doing. They will not. Who did they give a notification when they want to hear you? So Diane, talk to Koiki Media and Sunday Igboho. They were the ones that went for that mission. But the report that Vanguard gave, that they turned them down. They will not. So now there, then they chop from. They no go gree. They no go gree. Oyibo man. That is to show you what is happening in Nigeria. We Biafrans, two nations are fighting for us. Zoo Nation and UK. UK nwere their own interest. Fulani nwere their own interest. We are just at the middle, at the receiving end. So we are in a defensive mode, we Biafrans. Because that oil and gas remains the center of attraction. Fulani wants the oil and gas to sell and buy more ammunition to fight. Fulani does not care whether it's properly constructed, whether there are accidents, whether there is light, or whether there is water. They don't know anything pertaining to all this because it does not concern them. But today, the chief of army staff, the general Lagbaja, has been flown to London for medical treatment. This is what we are talking about. He has been flown to London. You can imagine flying the commander, defense of a British commander to Germany for treatment or to France for treatment. Do you people think it can happen? It can never happen. It's only in Nigeria. Even if you go to South Africa, any of them, when Mandela was sick, he was treated in South Africa before he finally died. Only in Nigeria. They will always go to London or France for treatment. They cannot build hospital, but they all have dollar in America. 10 billion, 20 billion, 100 billion. From the poor people in Africa. So my people, back to the topic of this day. Nigeria and Cameroon, you know, they are doing everything to retain that same place. So if there is any war again, they will repeat the same thing. But our men are really fighting them back. That is very important too, because this Biafra we are fighting, when we get Biafra, we need all those areas so that we will be interacting with other countries and our oil will be there for us.
Pay very good attention to the very news because it's very, very important. I can assure you, people, one of the arm wing of the Biafra in Bakassi Penisular, known as Biafra Dragon Fighter Marine, are currently doing wonders in that very area of Biafra land as I'm speaking to you right now. As Cameroonian government has suspended maritime trade oil activities in that very area of Biafra land, beg the Zoo government to help fight the Biafra forces in Bakassi Peninsula. So I don't want to talk too much. Let us first of all read the news as it has been reported by the Sunrise Daily TV.
2 o'clock.
It's owned by leader of the Biafra Nations League in Bakassi Peninsula. Now, according to the publication says, Cameroonian government suspends maritime trade oil activities as Biafra loyalists abduct a Dabato division officer. I might even go ahead to play you the videos because there are some video clips you would like to watch. So if time permits me, before the end of this very broadcast, I might go ahead to play these videos for you. So you have to pay attention.
My people, that's the video on the screen. Let's listen to him.
Stick around till the very end of this very broadcast because honor bottle, my people. According to them, begs Nigeria government for intervention. How can you beg the zoo for intervention when they are dealing with the bigger issues at hand? They are dealing with a bigger issue at hand because in the hinterland, they have not been able to, deal with other, fighters in the hinterland, and you want them to come and deal with them in the maritime borders. You are joking. Now, following escalated violence and pro-Biafra separatist attacks, trade and maritime traffic between Cameroon and Nigeria nosedived this week after a Cameroonian state governor ordered a temporary trade ban Wednesday in Bakassi Peninsula in response to the abduction of 2 officials from the area. Cameroon reports about 35% of Nigeria petroleum products and basic commodities imported by Cameroon pass through the peninsula. Nigeria also depends on Bakassi for most from Cameroon. You see, if you get by anybody who is not supporting the Biafra government in exile, you are finished. You are finished. Because this is one of the achievements of this very present government of Biafra. Making sure that Biafra forces intensify activities and actions in Bakassi Peninsula. Making sure that neither Nigerian forces or Cameroonian forces have stronghold in Bakassi Peninsula. Because that is where the zoo blockaded Biafra and blockaded any, kind of food import or supply to Biafrans and Biafran children between 1967 to 1970 that made Kwachoko malnutrition to finish over 3 million Biafran children within 30 months. I'm telling you. So one of the biggest achievements, in case you don't know, let me remind you now, one of the biggest achievements of this government is to make sure that the Biafran forces in Bakassi Peninsula is well equipped and the collaboration is there, collaborating with the forces in the hinterland and the government itself to make sure that we take charge in Bakassi Peninsula, that the zoo and Cameroon do not have stronghold in that very area. And as you can see, as a matter of fact, we are now using it against both the zoo and the Cameroon, that they can no longer import, be it crude oil, cocoa, or fish from that very axis. Airborne to Biafra Public Government in Exile, airborne to Biafra Dragon Fighter Marine, airborne to the, of course, Biafra Nations League. Now, on Wednesday, Bernard Okalia Bilai, governor of Cameroon's southwest region, ordered the suspension of trade and maritime activity with Nigeria in the peninsula because suspected gunmen from Nigeria, believed to be Biafra loyalists, abducted Roland Ewane, the divisional.
My people, that's the man you are seeing his picture here. His name is Bernard Okalia Bilali. That's the people that Nigeria is using. The Fulanis, they are fond of using internal people and forces to fight their enemies. They are cowards. That's why they are always fighting. Usman Danfodio brought them, finished all the people from that region. Now we are their target. But you see this Egypt, Onyendu said that they will buy us and we will buy them. But in the end, Biafra will come.
Officer DO of the Idabato district. Ewane was abducted alongside Ismael Etongo, an Idabato district council staff member, and taken to Nigeria in a speedboat, Bilai said. Cameroon has deployed troops to enforce tax payments, something that Cameroon officials deny. Cameroon say it has written to Nigeria authorities to help secure the release of the two abducted officials, Joseph Vincent Ntuda Ebode, an expert on international security at the University of Yaoundé at Yaoundé SOA, told VOA by telephone that it would be helpful if merchants pay taxes to the Cameroonian government. You see, body was somewhere in Abuja with another idiot in Yaoundé, Cameroon, deciding the fate of the Biafran people who are located in Bakassi Peninsula. And you think that we will just fold our arms and watch that kind of impunity thrive in our land? It is not possible. It is impossible for such nonsense to happen. I'm telling you, whether they like it or not, Bakassi Peninsula remains Biafra territory, and there is nothing, absolutely nothing, the zoo or Cameroon terrorist government and terrorist forces of Cameroon will do about it. Absolutely nothing. I'm telling you. Now let me use this opportunity to play a few video clips for you before the end of the broadcast. Thank you, my people. As you watch the video, don't salo no more. And make it go viral. Shooting, they broke.
Yeah, that's the video.
Of Idabato, Mr. Iwane Roland, and one of his collaborators, Etongo Ismail, working with the Idabato Council. They were kidnapped by gunmen who came in their numbers, well equipped. They were shooting. They broke the residence of the GO and arrested him and ran away by the sea. Immediately, the forces of law and order deployed their patrols on the sea, but without any success. We are still patrolling around the sea in the Bakassi area. We are in contact with the neighboring authorities of Nigeria. We are sensitizing everybody if they can have some information. But the situation as far as security is concerned is under control because the gunmen cannot face our forces of law. They did it in less than 20 minutes and they ran away. They targeted the GO and they succeeded, but the rest of the population is going about their activities. It is true that the fact that the GO is kidnapped, being the representative of the state, the symbol of the republic, it's a bit traumatizing and disturbing. But we're inviting the rest of the population and the rest of the forces of law and administrative authority and all the officials elected to remain vigilant because information is the first weapon to fight terrorism.
So my people, this is this very important area of Biafra. You know, when you are fighting with somebody, the person is preparing, you are also preparing. We don't have to be taken unawares because Cameroon used to be ruled and controlled by Nigeria. So they will always show their allegiance to Nigeria. You know that these people from, what is it called again? Dr. Cho Ayoba's people. I've forgotten now. These people are mostly our brothers. And that was where this sheep, their state is like Apapa in Nigeria, where the wolf is. So the man he was representing before he was arrested in, Austria? The man he was representing ran to Nigeria. But instead of Buhari to protect the interests of this man, Buhari bundled this man back and sent him to Cameroon. and they detained him. Because when Cameroonian government, Ambazonia, when Cameroonian government started fighting them, or when they started asking for their exit, just they are in a similar situation with Biafra. Cameroon said that they will not go because they know that if they goes, they will lose the whole of that region and lose the oil. And who are they giving this oil? Who are they giving it to? I know that your guess will be as good as mine. My people, I don't know what's wrong with we Africans. I don't know. You prefer to maintain the interest of Oyibo man from 3,000 or 4,000 miles away than the interest of your fellow black man, interest of your own brother. You will even choose to buy a whole village that you are fighting for Oyibo man, for them to come and be taking the oil. Then you will impoverish the whole region because you want to make Oyibo friend, as if you are a mumu. Atoro, meh. What is wrong with we Africans? Anyway, we have to, because Biafra Bia today, my people, we cannot see such a thing. It will be Biafra first. Anything that any Biafra cannot get, a foreign get it. We have suffered enough. So my people, what I'm going to display for you people here today are things that I found on my PM's, on PM's Twitter handle, because our PM has vowed that as long as he is now leading us, no Biafra will be quiet again. Let me play you the video where he said that, because PM is very passionate about Biafra coming.
After today, if anything happened to anybody in Biafra land that mention their name here, we are going to change it here. And the game we are going to change will be a different video. All of you will pay the price. If you have a fake ID card and you want to apply for Biafra ID card, female facial recognition will not verify you. This charter has become a law.
So, my people, if anyone is going to Finland and you have applied for your ID card, you will receive your ID card likely in Finland. It will be distributed there, and make sure that you are using your original name, a very standard copy of your passport photograph, because that is what is required. There's one I'm going to play here again, because this evening we have something, a meeting. Whatever happens, I will let you people know. That's why I'm almost rushing everything before the time.
Shall be called the Biafra Helsinki Declaration 2000.
There's another video I would like you people to watch and listen to it. Wonderful Biafrans, it will happen this year. Just matter of weeks, a month plus some weeks, we will be there. Yeah, listen to this. It's all important to those who will be there.
You are welcome to the United States of Biafra Security Administration website, the only approved online portal for Biafra citizens' ID card application and event registration. Click on the register button on the menu list if you are a first-time visitor. Fill in your name, phone number, email, and preferred password to create your user account. Check your email inbox for the account verification link from Biafra Security Administration. Click on the Verify Here Now button in the email to complete the verification process. After verification, log in to your account. Upon login, a pop-up message will ask if you want to access the application forms. Click on Go to see the overview and the privacy statement page. Please read carefully and tap Agree and Submit button to view the online application form page. Choose between two types of application forms, the ID card application form and the non-ID card application form. Ensure you read through the descriptions of each before making your choice. Once you select your application type, the application form will open to you for you to fill. Fill the entire form with accurate information and upload any required documents. To avoid errors, jot down answers to questions on paper before completing the online form. After successful filling the application form, you will be redirected to the Jumio verification page to verify your identity. Ensure the uploaded identity document matches the one used for verification. After successful Jumio verification, proceed to the payment page to make payment for your ID card. Successful payment, you will receive email confirmation. Please allow up to 7 days for administrators to review your application and make approval. Ensure all information provided is correct to avoid rejection and account suspension for security reasons. Make sure you comply with directives and guidelines provided throughout the process. Thank you. For your event registration to Finland Convention, kindly click on the event button on our website menu. This will direct you to the event page. Select the Finland Convention event. You will be taken to the login page. If you have an existing user account, log in with your email and password. Once logged in, access the convention application form. Fill out the form correctly and select your preferred ticket type. Click on the Pay Now button to make payment for your 2024 Finland Convention event tickets. After successfully submitting your application, wait for 7 days for administrators to review and approve your application. Upon approval, your event ticket will be emailed to you. Please ensure that your email address and all other information provided are accurate to avoid any issues with your application. See you all in Lahti, Finland from November 29th to December 3rd, 2024. Biafra, peace, unity, and freedom. Thank you.
Yes, my people, this is very important. We are also going to discuss it today during our meeting. We are required to advertise this more so that people who are intending to make the journey to Finland will know all the requirements, what they have to do. It is very important. Though Finland is in Europe, but you don't have to go to a foreign land you have never been before and be stranded or get there without knowing or having what you should have. So, my people, that is that. Let's listen to PM during his Sunday talk.
wee gbugide ndị ugwu wee kpuchie ha wee were ana ha akụkọ ahụ ihe a na-akọrọ anyị akọgide aka ka Usman Danfodio si wee gbuchie ndị ugwu o wee bụzie datina onye sizi n'ugwu Awụsa wee pụta ma agụ ụra n'ala Igbo isisi agwụkwana ejekwana dị ọgụ na ọ na-agbakwa daga maka ọrụ ihe a kọrọ anyị ya were egwu onye Awụsa ma agụ ụra ịgbachi ya nkịtị maka na ịma na ọ ga-ama gị daga mana ọmacha gị daga ahụ nwe ihe ị ga-eme ya wee wolu.
Yes, my people, you see what PM is saying is exactly what Usman Danfodio and his group did to people in that Niger area that Florence Shaw then called them Nigeria. That is it. They came and they frightened these people very badly. They frightened them to the extent that they were so scared. They were so scared. Now, they decided to give them Nigeria, to hand over. You know, they came during 18 something, I think 1817 or so, when the Europeans came together to share Africa. Some were claiming, some claimed Cameroon, some claimed Burkina Faso, some claimed any country of their choice. Britain claimed Nigeria. In fact, they were almost going to fight with French people between the borders of Cameroon and Nigeria. And they have to share that place into two, that one part of Cameroon speaks English, the other one speaks French. I know you all know this. But this is what they did, how they sold us to the Fulanese. Because Fulanese are warriors. They are never at peace. They are never at peace. Always fighting. Always fighting. So they put fears into everybody. That's why they are now, every time they are scared of our PM, because PM and Onyendu. Unu mana ya mana akpafe Onyendu oge ọbụla n'anything anyị na-eme. Maka na aka ji Onyendu eji. That does not mean that we have forgotten him, because many people are just writing on becoming, making comments anyhow. But ọ bụrụ ife anyị ga-anọ na-ekwu, eji Onyendu eji, anyị enwere ike ịbịa na-akpafe anyhow ka ọ dịzịa ka ọ ya nwa na ebe anwa na-agwa anyị ife anyị na-eme ka e wee jisie ya ike. Anyị tụsịrị ịdị na-emenshọn afịarị chacha n'ife anyị na-eme, so that onwe body na-ekpe ikpe fa aghara ịdị na-ekpe ikpe based on ife anyị nwa na-eme, ka ọ bụrụ ikpe ife nke fa bodorie nke asị. So some people feel na anyị ga na-akpafe Onyendu oge ọbụla na everything. Unu amara nọ ife nwere ike implicate, amara m ife mee na isi adịrọ ndị be anyị ụfọdụ ama, you know. So right now, what is there is that ndị a na-amadaga onye ọbụla na-atụrụfe egwu, onye ọbụla na-atụfe egwu.
Nwanne gị nwetara n'ọgụ nwetara, ọ bụ na ọgụ nwetara nwanne gị nwetara onye ka na-akpọ ofu obi.
So PM wee na-ekwu ife ọ na-ekwu because na ụfọdụ anyị amarọ what we are doing. Fa mara ife anyị na-eme. Ịma na emere ha n'anything group uche fa niile agbaga n'ego money a na-eri ego a na-eri ego. Unu makwa ego na egbe ndị a ji alụ ọlụ na-ada ofu na-adacha up to 800 pounds. Cheki godi n'ego be anyị. Kedu one ego cheki ego na ga-eji wee gosi alụfe ụnyaba egbe. Na ọ bụ na PM bụ onye a na-akwụ ụgwọ ọnwa na ego a ga-eji go egbe 1 dozen bụ ife a ga na-akwụ ya na salary, mana o nwere onye na-akwụ ya anything. Ife niile ọ na-eme voluntary, just like nke a. Ngwa ụmụ mmadụ one na-ade akpọ m na-ayọ ego ọkwa ndị anyị niile na-eme ife a, ndị bi homeland ka i wee fa na-ada eche na a na-akwụ ya ụgwọ. Aga m ekwu repeatedly, ada akwụ anyị shishi, ada akwụ anyị anything, every gadget anyị ji alụ ọlụ anyị nwaji ego anyị wee go ya, because we want Biafra to come. You have to volunteer. Ọ bụrụ na ndị bụ unu na-eme ife i volunteer na-eme for something like mụnwa na eto. Ọ bụrụ na m bịara ebe a ime followers, how many followers akere them, but ife nji akea ka ndị mmadụ bịa bụ ka fa mụta something, one thing or the other, because most of the things na they discuss ebe a bụ from PM's Twitter handle. Ife ga-abala anyị ulu, etu anyị ga-esi wee jikọta onwe anyị ọnụ, work together, because these Fulanis fa dey very determined, and unu maka ndị ọcha si eme. Inyere anụ onye ọcha ife ọ chọrọ o buru ngwa agha niile dị n'ụwa bunye gị. Fa chọrọ live good life. Fa mana Fulani bụ ndị na-ebi n'ọfịa, n'ọsọsọ ngwa agha ka fa need. That's why they give it to them with our own oil. So we want to go home and manage that oil by ourselves. But ọ dịrị easy cha. Ọ bụrụkwa na ịbịa na-emention onye ndu every minute maka na eji. Ọ bụrụ na ejiri onye ndu, ya nwa bụ onye ga na-broadcast if by himself, because he likes doing it, because o nwere that power of command. Ọ ife Chukwu nyelie. Mana anyị niile na-eme nke anyị na-eme bụ cut and join ka anyị wee jikọtakwa onwe anyị ọnụ. So what PM is saying here is exactly what happened during the time of Usman Dan Fodio. Land conquest. Maka na onwere ebe fa Fulani bụ ụsụ abụrụ anụ enu nke faja abụ anụ anị. Onwere anywhere na the whole Africa you will go and say that this is the tribe where Fulanis came from. That's why they came to Nigeria, and they believe that Nigeria is a place that that they could come and settle. And because Oyibo saw that oil and gas, they believe that no fan will control of it, but they now know that it belongs to us. So and I'm sorry for Nigeria, because when these people will switch sides, they will, because they know we are getting what we want rightly now by using international law to get Biafra. And they know that all the doctors, PhDs in Biafra land, that they know what they want. We are not like our forefathers. No, na juanyoyi afonyocha ana malilili. Imano na ndiocha no nwere ife difani ime. They have nothing in them. Ogusiana, nobody is worrying them. So they are very calm. They can take 1 year or 2 years to invent anything and work on it, and nobody push them. But we are always at the edge. We're always at the edge. Fa push la ijaba fe cause trouble. fa chọpụta onye ya bụrụ the same tribe fa ajamuo isi unu na-abụ unu adị busy na-anụ ọgụ fa na-ebu oyiri unu. Ndị ọcha dị aghụghọ too much. So fa na-eyuzu ndị Fulani na-eyuzukwa our Southeast politicians. That's how it works. So we, the ones fighting for our freedom, are at the receiving end, just at the middle, between Onyocha and Onye Fulani. That's our situation. So our PM owed a lot of things in Aka. You know, somebody the other day na PM na-eme ọkpụkwa na onye ndupụta m si nwoke m jego n'ike kodebe na akụkọ ụmụazị a n'elu ndị Fulani. Do you ever hear any one of them make fame of Shetima being a terrorist leader and the vice president of a country? Have you ever heard anybody talking about Gumi, who was a non-terrorist in Saudi Arabia, and they deported him? He came down and continued. Have you heard anybody criticizing him from the Fulani clan? You can never hear that. Also, Sayuan will always whoop.
We not the move on you go make it a watching it in India. But on your one leg on you go make it, or Biafra make it. Is it a boy at the tankage? Macania mana. Madaga. Haga Magunu, a daga I get abros against the people. Daga I get up against the Dialu by you when you put you smanta for your style. Haga Mahai ever one in now. Daga Nina Hamalu Bausa, I got Makaria Ham myself. Ever kind of. How much as the will now begin to those are nine, those are Nibo, those are not Biafra, what are him, Makara Hainacho, ka yini na na-eme na aga onye nwere isi ọgụgụ ọgụọ onye nwere isi eji arụpụta ihe o mee ya na-arụ ya na-afọ ya na ya na-eme competition ọhịa na-eme ka ụwa dị mma onye ọbụla na-adị egori ndị gwụrụ.
So my people, this is it. If onye our PM na-ekwu, that is it. The voice of this man.
Na Simon Ekpa na-etikwa mkpu ndị nkata uru usoro Nigeria gọọmenti je destroy ya Simon Ekpa. Na-ajụ unu kedu ebe unu si wee bata ala Igbo? Unu bịara na-asị Fulani this, Fulani that. O nwere onye Fulani unu ka mma? After ka m serve indigenous people of Biafra, when na-enene ihe niile nọ na indigenous people of Biafra, ha na-ene m na-ada ịbịa ịkpọ m esi m na-eso m since 2002 akatakpa nsụka tie nne gị na nna gị isi. Get out from anything concerning in this life. It wicked. So mgbe na m anwụ hozi anwụ nya ka ị ga-eji menwu the got ịkpọ m wickedness a unu nwere bụ ihe mere ji chọ ka egbusisi unu n'ala Igbo. Mana anyị sị mba ka anyị mara nwe ndị anyị ga-agụpụta uche unu the wicked. Otu akwakuru sọrọ ịdị wicked a wee wekwasa Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu na DSS onye ọbụla na-akpọ m ka m na ya dị na mma ka wee begin da gesi Nnamdi Kanu. Nsi yes, Nnamdi Kanu emetechaghị ya mana o kwesịghị nọ na that DSS.
You people know this man. I've forgotten his name, but he's one of those who were working with Onyendu, but he disappeared after Onyendu was abducted, but he has surfaced again. I saw all this from our PM's Twitter handle, where Onyendu was, our PM was welcoming him, telling him welcome back from your long disappearance. So he's telling us here that these US people are all calling him now so that he will come and support them. But he is angry with them. Listen to him.
Yes. Mụnwa ama nnọkọta n'ụwa asị na Nnamdi Kanu na ihe o metere bụ ihe ọ ga-eji nọ na Nigeria aka ndị Nigeria ọ basị asị. Onweghị onye na-ekwuzi ihe ọma Nnamdi Kanu mere. Even Radio Biafra na ha ekwuzie kịta ha tinyezi picture etinye nke Chike Doziem ewepụgo nke Nnamdi Kanu kpata anaghị etizi two of them n'ọzụzụ ọzọ Chike Doziem. Why are they doing this thing amarom? Kịta ka the same people bụ ndị na-claim na ha bụ DOS na fight for Nnamdi Kanu release bụ ndị ga-apụtazie kịta na ha na-ekwujozi Aloy Ejimakor. the same lawyer Ejimako bonye na agbakwa mbọ ka amadi ha ga-emeke release Nnamdi Kanu, the same DOS people bịa na-ekwuzi against of lawyer Nnamdi Kanu choose gwazie anyị ho ha gwa anyị ihe na anyị ka akwụkwa anyị ego you can never make ebe anyị na-eje ụzọ adịrị ya. Onwe ọzọ onye na-ekwu about release of Nnamdi Kanu except Simon Egba. Jee na Radio Biafra onwe ọzọ onye na-ekwuzie, oje na ndị nke na ha na-ekwu support VOS onwe ọzọ na-ekwu ya na-akọzi bụ alọya Ejimaka ọnụ. Maka na ọ bụghị ọzọ Ejiofor unu plan. Onye ọ bụghị ihe ọ plan bịa na chi ime oji maka ya si ihe niile nwụsịsị ya. Ọ bụ omume ndị Igbo dị ya. Omume ndị Igbo. Maka na ndị hụrụ n'anya ka sị na ha metere ya iji maka ya sizie na abụrụzi eziokwu. Ọ bụ omume ndị Igbo. Na Ejiofor bụ lawyer IPOB obe ka ọ nọ swear in. Kedu mbọsị m fụrụ akwụkwọ na my door na Ejiofor bụzi lawyer anyị ka ọ bụ na IPOB. Ihe ọ bụbụ lawyer Nigeria. Eso m na-asị Ejiofor kedu ihe mere na ọ naghị ekwu ihe gbasara release of restoration of Biafra. Eso m na-ekwu iche mama ha mgbe obi na-ede nke ndị Nigeria style. Eso m na ndị na-ekwu na ọ ede on behalf of IPOB. Ọ na-ede crank na ọ bụ ndị German. Ọ na-ede crack. Eso m kwude o wedebezie on behalf of IPOB whereby na ọmụ abụ onye gwara na Ejiofor enweghị right ide any story si na the court ya bụta na social media platform ya na private platform. Eso m kwugide kịta na ka ha bịazi na-ekwu ya na-agwa Ejiofor to alọya Ejimaka onye ka ọ bụ ịbịa were history ihe si na Nnamdi Kanu tinye na platform ya kwuo mana Ejiofor megidere ihe ọntịrị Nnamdi Kanu asị asị n'ụzọ pụọ. Chike Doziem gịnị mere Adam Onye mana Ejiofor kwesịrị na-arụkọ wuti Chike Doziem eweze platform ya na Radio Biafra na pass message ihe na-esi n'aka Nnamdi Kanu wee na-apụta Chike Biafra will be relevant. But unu mere gịnị unu kugbusie ihe niile si na Nnamdi Kanu na fight maka Chukwu kere mụ na gị Igbo niile mara na unu cha niile bitere ego the struggle. Na nọmba ile ye kpọọ ya ikwu kpam ahụrụ gị n'enu because unu cha niile bụ ndị Nnamdi Kanu tụkwasara obi. All of you bụ ndị nọ na that DOS, all of you that against Nnamdi Kanu because of your na-ekwu, then why can't you say Nnamdi Kanu ya like really a boldness? Unu bịa na azụ na-ekwu ọ na-alaikichaghị ihe onye isi na-eme unu jeze n'ihu ya unu eme ka ọ hụrụ n'anya ka ewere na-arụ akpụrụ ka unu na-edopa the plan unu chọrọ execute in future.
Yes, this thing he said now that when they go behind Onyendu, they will be planning evil against him. When they see him, they will be pretending. That's why they sold him. That's why the DOS sold Onyendu. Because Onyendu have always liked our PM. Onyendu he had wanted to work with PM as his deputy. But they refused. Bluntly, they refused. Let's continue to listen to this man.
Mana nwoke ka unu wee ma ihe.
Yes. Onyendu kakwafa wee mali ife. Let me play this man's voice again here.
Go to Finland. That is why all topic in China. Very soon kita by November. All of you no need to pack rubbish. Bundibu. Go to Finland. Okay. Simon already presented Nnamdi Kanu. Go to Finland. Jem Gwaya siya kidi eme. Yeah, we. Obuhon be obubalago na mabata ka unsi mabata na nke Nnamdi Kanu. IPOB ejidego ha. Go to America na iga afu video. Search a video be Nnamdi Kanu say ayi ji ha na nchorokoto. Dear search a video which my phone ever nyama never work. I am seeing everything that going on in IPOB. That is why owo nyamuru ni amu ma mo ya mo ga bia challenge me na what DOS. Mo wan wo because now I follow the Nnamdi Kanu follow every corner Nnamdi Kanu because onye ka kworo my leader. Ya kono kworo we popo. Feel say Nnamdi ka ya ma kwuzi okwu. Thank God. Thank God for the government. The same thing. Thank God for Simon Ekpa, thank God. Because ọ bụrụ na ya nwa akwụdo onwe ihe a anyị nara na because na ejidego ndị dị ka anyị kurisi anyị nkuri na eji ịbịa na obi nwanne ha na-adụ m duka ịbịa na IPOB na-adụ m duka ịbịa na midia na-agba ọsọ ya na-agbazi m mmadụ ole na wọchị gwanụ gị enwere ihe eji mmadụ eme anaghị m asavụ human being.
Exactly.
na Simon kpapụtara na-etikwa mkpu n'ụzọ Biafra si na ihe ọ ga-akpọ nke bụ Biafra gọọmenti which is not that Biafra gọọmenti ka Nnamdi Kanu kwuru that na ọ bụrụ that na ndị mmadụ tetecha a ga-ejizi Biafra gọọmenti wee mee gịnị wee complete our journey efu na ọnya ka o bidokwara ihe a and ije na structure ya carry every indigenous people along no bụ because na ị ga na-efili na ọ bụrụ ego mere maka na uche na-abịa abịa. I have told you people na Biafra struggle bụ ọsọ osisi also race ọ bụ na ịgbakọta ike ebugo emena anya ukwu emena na ujenwozi were osisi ahụ nye nwanne gị n'ọnya ka na-akpọ nwanne na anyị kọwa nụ na ọgba efufu bụ na mgbe ọbụla ọ fịbara gara gwa mele gị na ọfịbado gara complete ere gị na ọ bụ na nwanne gị nwetara na ọgụ nwetara ọ bụ na ọgụ nwetara nwanne gị nwetara onye ka na-akpọ ofu obi. na Simon kpapụtara na-etikwa mkpu na-eme ọ bụghị mgbe ya mere Simon Ekpa na-ekwu okwu anyị sịrị kịta go to Finland na Simon kpapụtara na-etikwa mkpu n'ụzọ Biafra si na ihe ọ ga-akpọ nke bụ Biafra gọọmenti which is not that Biafra gọọmenti ka Nnamdi Kanu kwuru that na ọ bụrụ that na ndị mmadụ tetecha a ga-ejizi Biafra gọọmenti wee mee gịnị wee complete our journey efu na ọnya ka o bidokwara ihe a and ije na structure ya carry every long no bụ because na ị ga na-efili na ọ bụrụ ego mere maka na uche na-abịa abịa. I have told you people na Biafra struggle bụ ọsọ osisi also race ọ bụ na ịgbakọta ike ebugo emena anya ukwu emena na ujenwozi were osisi ahụ nye nwanne gị n'ọnya ka na-akpọ nwanne na anyị kọwa nụ na ọgba efufu bụ na mgbe ọbụla ọ fịbara gara gwa mele gị na ọfịbado gara complete ere gị na ọ bụ na nwanne gị nwetara na ọgụ nwetara ọ bụ na ọgụ nwetara nwanne nwetara onye ka na-akpọ ofu obi. na Simon kpapụtara na-etikwa mkpu n'ụzọ Biafra si na ihe ọ ga-akpọ nke bụ Biafra gọọmenti which is not that Biafra gọọmenti ka Nnamdi Kanu kwuru that na ọ bụrụ that na ndị mmadụ tetecha ga-ejizi Biafra gọọmenti wee mee gịnị wee complete our journey efu na ọnya ka
Breaking news on our news update today.
Every indigenous people along no bụ because na ị ga na-efili na ọ bụrụ ego mere maka na uche na-abịa abịa. I have told you people na Biafra struggle bụ ọsọ osisi also race ọ bụ na ịgbakọta ike ebugo emena anya ukwu emena na ujenwozi were osisi ahụ nye nwanne gị n'ọnya ka na-akpọ nwanne na anyị kọwa anyị na ọgba efufu bụ na mgbe ọbụla ọ fịbara gara gwa mele gị na ọfịbado gara complete ere gị.
Yes, my people, we have heard this, our brother. I saw it from the PM's Twitter handle, and I said, let me share this with my people. This race started from Ojukwu. 3 years. 3 years of hard work. Ojukwu did a lot. Fought Nigeria, Britain, and Russia. Plus Egypt. All the people that supported Nigeria during that war. Ojukwu tried. Nothing was working, but he managed. He managed even with kids who were conscripted in the army during that time, including my own brother. That is my own interest in this IPOB. My 3 uncles and my immediate elder brother died in that war. Iwu bụ na Biafra ga-abịalele, so that their soul will rest in peace. You know? Biafra ga-abịalele ka ife anyị nọ n'aka ndị Fulani na-eme. People that came from Sahel, and they are not friendly people. They are not appreciative at all. People you accommodated over 200 years. And they are there. Look at, the other day I was looking at Koiki at 10 Downing Street. The way he was explaining what they have come to do to the security officer there. I was almost in tears. Who did this to us? My people, it's painful. Then now they say that they will not allow what the Yoruba nation, the letter they wrote. That is what we show you. Because they trust that the Fulani will always serve their interest. But it is also, my people, is in our hands. It's in our hands. It is in our hands to free ourselves. Stop pointing accusing finger on your brothers. Stop implicating your brother who is seriously fighting to liberate your people. How much will they give you? You will eat and that one will be gone. Then life continues under hardship. It's so painful. Let's listen. This guy is talking about our PM.
Simon Ekpa warns Biafrans against joining Nigerian army. As a result of shortage of military personnel in the Nigerian army, the Nigerian Army Headquarters has initiated a new recruitment process, urging youth across the country who are willing to serve in the army to apply for free. However, the Nigerian Army Headquarters seems not to be satisfied with the low number of youths who are actually willing to serve in the Nigerian army. On the other hand, Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic government in exile, has kicked against the Nigerian Army open call for Biafrans to be recruited into the Nigerian army. He went further to warn and urge all Biafrans who are currently serving in Nigerian army to resign. Listen to him.
We want to use the opportunity to call every personnel, Biafra personnel or Biafra person serving in Nigeria Army, Nigeria Police, Nigeria Navy, Nigeria Air Force. If you are serving in all these institutions mentioned now and you are very close to Biafra land or you are in Biafra land, resign. Resign. They bring you to Biafra, resign. Because once you have that uniform on, we don't know who you are. Enemy. Is a last warning and last call for you to resign. If you are deployed to Biafra territory to kill, pull off your cloth and resign, and look for contact where you can contact me or some of your group if you want to serve the Biafra army or the Biafra forces. You are welcome. You will be treated and respected. Biafra will value you, and once you fight for Biafra, it is something that you should be proud of. So every one of you that are serving within Biafra territory, today is your last day. Both police, today is your last day. Army, today is your last day. Navy, today is your last day. Except you are not in Biafra land. If you are not in Biafra land, pull off your clothes and stop killing.
Thank you for watching. Stay tuned and continue to like, comment and share this video so that other people will benefit from it.
Yes, my people, let me play you Onyendu's voice and we will call it a day because, as I said, I have a meeting that will start very soon.
If not, that means you're not doing anything. If nobody is chasing you to arrest you, that means you're not a freedom fighter. If nobody is trying to stop what you're doing, that means that what you're doing is not effective. If not, that means you're not doing anything. If nobody is chasing you to arrest you, that means you're not a freedom fighter. If nobody is trying to stop what you're doing, that means that what you're doing is not effective. If not, that means you're not doing anything. If nobody is chasing you to arrest you, that means you're not a freedom fighter. If nobody is trying to stop what you're doing, that means that what you're doing is not effective. If not,
I hope we all understand what Onyendu is saying. It's very, very straightforward. We don't need any further analysis on that because every time Musa will be in the House of Assembly talking about our PM, that he's doing this, he's doing that, and it gives me joy that they are feeling the pain as well. Where they thought they have monopoly of violence, and Biafrans have proven to them that that is not the correct position. If they refuse to leave us to be at peace or live in peace, they too will not live in peace. So my people, that woto or ifefa ga na-enwete, we don't have too much to talk about. I will see you people tomorrow or next, because everything we are doing it for Biafra to come. And by the special grace of God, Biafra will come. My people, nobody will give it to you, even the UN. In fact, before I go, let me play you this video so that you will understand that UN, they have been compromised. They are not letting people have what they're supposed to have from the UN. They have been compromised badly, and everybody is feeling it. Everybody is feeling it. Where is this now again? Yeah, let's listen to him. I don't know if he speaks in English or
realism, then we'd probably live in anarchy and chaos. If someone would have said post-World War II that the UN is a realistic endeavor, the answer would have been no. If someone would have said that there'll be conciliation between Germany and France in the form of the European Coal and Steel Community and later the European Union, would have said that's not a realistic proposal. If someone would have told you that in 1989 the Berlin Wall will come down and in 1991 the Soviet Union would collapse, that would not have been a realistic proposal. If someone would have told you in 1975 that after the Helsinki Accords look forward to Finnish EU membership in 1995 and then NATO membership in 2023, the answer would have been that's unrealistic. So my argument with UN's reform is that if you want the organization to work, it needs reform. If you want people to feel that the organization has value in world peace, you need agency. And therefore I have made a proposal that the UN Security Council membership should be doubled, which means at least one country from Africa and 2 additional from Asia. Therefore I have made a proposal that if a UN Security Council member violates the UN Charter, its voting rights should be suspended. And therefore, I have made a proposal that veto power in the UN Security Council should be scrapped. Realism or not, this is something that needs to be done, because in my mind...
My people, you see this proposal that he is making. I don't know how many of you that are still around listening to what I'm saying. This proposal that he is making for the reform and review of their veto powers is what will help us get our independent certificate of independence to become a nation. What is happening in UN today is not the UN we used to know. Do you know that recently a UN, the UN, they always have a milk color or white van written UN peace keeping team. They will write it on the body of their van. Do you know that one of them, God is a wonderful man. The motor had an accident. Do you know what they filled in it? Diamond and gold. From Zaire, Congo. They now use that van that they use in carrying soldiers to go and do peacekeeping in any country. They use it in stealing gold and diamond. This would not have happened in the 60s and 50s. UN have now become like a child's play. So this their veto power, and even if you have right to what you are asking UN to ratify for you, they will use that veto power indiscriminately. to veto what you are asking them to give you rightly that you need to have. For instance, this Biafra now, when we go to UN to ask them that we need that certificate of independence, they will say, oh no, you go back and settle with your brother Nigeria. They are not our brother. That's what this man is saying. And I know why he is doing what he is doing. Because they are using all those powers they have wrongly and negatively. And most of the time, it plays against the people who are the victim. And the one victimizing them will be bribing them, like Chetima and his government. They can bribe them $1 billion not to allow Biafrans to go. That's that veto power that he is asking them to scrap and to review that Security Council. That's what this man is talking about. So this one is another stumbling block that some Africans who are there are using against their enemies. UN has lost that touch that made it to be the world policing entity. So my people, this is what this man is talking about.
If you have multipolarity, you end up in disorder, chaos, and conflict. If you have multilateralism, you end up in cooperation and order.
This is it. This is the proposal he is making, and it is going to help people like us, we Africans, we Biafrans, down the middle. We need it. We need UN to be sanitized because they are so corrupt. They are very, very corrupt. Something that they don't used to do, they do it now. Anybody that is a victim coming to cry to you, say, oh, go back and settle with your brother. What of your human right? Where has it gone? Okay, now what UN supposed to do to Nigeria is to sanction them as a penalty for the disobedience of the order they gave them. They did not do it because sanctioning Nigeria is like sanctioning themselves. Everything they are getting there, they will no longer get it. Is that how an organization is supposed to be working? When people bribe you, you will lay down your rules that's supposed to be, ignited and applied. You will relax it. And the people who are being intimidated will continue suffering from that intimidation. So my people, share this message, like it and let it go viral. Click the like button, because what is going on in the whole world now is very, very appalling. It's nothing to write home about, my people. The world has gone bananas. Nobody uses their brain anymore to do things rightly. Money, 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 money. Everybody is talking money. Nobody talks about human rights. Nobody talks about interest of individuals and the interest of nations and the people who are being intimidated, marginalized, and being pied on daily basis. You will hear this one telling you, oh, don't use the, mind your language, mind your word. Is a community rule. Everything is about human being, about human rights. What of the right of Biafrans? Are we not human beings? Don't we have life in us? Are we not human enough that our own right will be denied? That is what is going on, and that is what President Alexander Stubb of Finland is saying, that he's making that proposal. And by the special grace of God, by the time we will be approaching UN for our own recognition as a nation and the issuance of all those certificates and things, they will not come to tell us stories, because we are more than a nation. Burundi is a nation with 13 million people, but over 50 million Biafrans have voted. Over. Because as at the time our PM announced that 50 million vote, that was in June or July. We are now in October. So we have more than that vote coming. And more people are coming in, voting. Somebody contacted me yesterday and said that a whole church that they want to vote. How are they going to do it? And we discussed it. That is to tell you people that thousands, millions still want to vote and leave Nigeria. Then when we go to UN will start telling us stories. Whereas the oil is in our homes, polluting our land. We don't see a penny from that. We don't benefit anything from that. For how long will this happen, my people? I know that some of us still live abroad, but remember those in homeland. They are our relatives. They are our brothers and sisters. Their interest also matters. So wonderful Biafrans, we are very good to go. Nothing is stopping us. We are the ones to fight for our freedom. Nobody will fight for you. Nobody. Absolutely no one but us. We are the ones to do it. Let me show you people this last video and we will be done.
Ahmed Tinubu, if you not perform well, forget 20.
So, my people, this man, he is called, well, this is a show that he presents in the zoo. And he's from the north. I don't know his exact tribe, village, or town, but he's a northerner. He is called Brekete family. They are the ones, all of them, calling for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came back, he went to court and he was brought this dress that this man is wearing. We call it Ishiago. That's one of our traditional dresses for men. Even some women use it to make blouses. But that is what we are known for. Our tribe. Every tribe has theirs. TV people have their own white woolen dress with black lines. So this is our men, and our women wears this. This very man in this very show, they were criticizing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, telling you how he was the one destroying Nigeria. He will never talk about Shetima here. He will never talk about Gumi or Pantami or Garuba or the Borno State governor who said that they have come to Islamize Nigeria, not to rule anybody or build road or give you hospital or this or that. That what they came, that's why they have Muslim ticket. It's not as if Muslims are bad, but the ones in Africa, I don't know what is wrong with them. Go to Saudi Arabia, they are the founders of Islamic religion. They now have a wonderful city that everybody goes to, whether you cover your head or not. But these ones in Africa, who are so antiquated in their way of reasoning and thinking, they are still fighting to Islamize people. Whereas the real owners of Islam, they have now moved on with their lives. So this man will be he will be here chewing our leader's name like gum, like chewing gum, until they brought Onyendu back. When Onyendu's family brought him dresses and brought Chiago, they refused. They said that he will not wear it. That this very dress is very intimidatory to the court. Can you imagine that? A dress, because he's an Igbo man. Now he is wearing it. As they abducted Onyendu, God gave us our PM, Obatobie, Eze Abatanobi, one of Biafra land, our PM, Mazi Simon Ekpa. God gave us him, because what that thing showed me is that God is with us in this fight. Let nobody give up. Whether you are here hearing me or you will hear this later, let nobody give up. Britain fought wars. France fought wars. America fought wars for how many years with Britain? Are they not friends today? Let us not give up. We are not going to give up. Not at all. We will fight for our freedom. Nigeria is more than 3 nations. More. And they are not working. For how long will they continue to buy people and the others will be folding hands? That's what our PM just said. Nahana Madaga. Now we are not just Maladaga. Aina Makwebe. Yes. So this very man with his mouth criticizing anything we do, when Allen Onyema used this material, you know that during the time of Tunde Idiagbo, he was advocating for local made clothes so that we will save our foreign reserve. Everybody started wearing their clothes. Then this man introduced his crew members in the aircraft wearing this as their suit. They say, hey, Igbo people, Igbo airline, Igbo this, Igbo that. I don't understand what is wrong with us. I don't understand. I don't understand what is wrong with man with this my skin color. What is wrong with our brain? How do we think? Do you people know that if you don't compete in economics, competition, or in business management, competition is one of the things that makes business boom. Competition. If there is no competition, everybody will remain naked, like the time of Adam and Eve. But you have to move on. If you produce something, another will produce another one will step up, another one will modify. It will keep going on. And that is life for you. But with our people, they don't like competition. They don't like to move on. They will say, Ale Nonyama, Igbo people, Igbo this, Igbo that. He is wearing it. Dressed like an Igbo man. Let's hear what he's saying.
2027. Nobody go vote you. If you not like, share beans, share rice, share soup. Before I tell Nigerians to collect and not to vote them. Now, don't collect from them. The hunger will no kill you, no go kill you. And if you collect that thing, for how long? It will sustain you. Don't belittle yourself. Don't ridicule yourself by collecting that rubbish they come to share. Person no fit remember you na during campaign if he remember you. And after that, until for another 4 years, and una still they follow them because una be bad.
He's talking about politicians. They give them rice, they give them beans during election campaign, and they will promise them hell and heaven. When they enter the position, they will forget them. Is that the country? And this is a repeated method of this political arena in Nigeria. How can somebody give you 5,000 naira, money that is so devalued, like giving you 1 shilling, 1 pound, a shilling coin in Britain, or 70 cents in America? Coins. That's what that 5,000 naira is. Because naira has been so devalued. Okay, you can imagine someone has oil, you have crude, you have gas, then you are going to World Bank to borrow money. The World Bank will be the one giving you terms and conditions. You share stronger bargaining power because you have more value than what they are going to give you. What you are going to give them has higher value. You have crude oil, and our oil is like the best in the whole world, and same is our gas in Biafra land. That's what they do. This is him, an Hausa man. He has now decided to dress like an Igbo man. Obulonyo Onitsha na really. Na really. Oh, ikwutocha nwangene, ị ga-ekwukwo nwangene nwụọ. Biafra must come. We don't need them again. And my people, I'm very happy. Our PM is very young. By the time he will reach 40 and 45 and start getting tired, Biafra must have come. He gave himself 5 years. Now he is in his second year. He still has 3 years. No matter what these people want, we go give them to them. I will leave you people my here. Remember, we have this IOU. IOU is one of the finest way of saving money and supporting Biafra, because Biafra will definitely come. When Biafra comes, if you give 1,000 euros or $1,000, you will receive double that. If you give 10,000 euros or $10,000, you will get $20,000. Makana manu anyị na-eru eru. That is it. Ndị chọrọ ịbịa chenu ka emesịa this 2nd of December, you will see so many countries chọrọ ịbịa mee oyi with Biafrans. You know, when PM tell you now after this 2nd of December, Nafaga Funketa Obiati, do you think that he's joking? He knows what he's talking because he's the one they talk to. So many countries, because now they have known that the oil belongs to us, not these Fulanis. My people, quit for this media war. For may win in that time, they will not. And we must get Biafra. No matter what, no matter the number of years, Biafra must surely come. I love you all, and I will leave you all from here now. Remember to continue clicking on the like button and sharing the message so that it will go viral. Our children will be hearing this and they will be following suit. All these young men that will come out from university, no jobs for them. My people, time has come for us to call a spade a spade. Biafra is the land that God promised us, flowing with milk and honey. Somebody told me they found gold at MBC. The whole of Biafra is blessed. Biafra land. We are blessed. So my people, I will leave you here and wish you well until we see again. Remain good, remain strong, and join what we are doing. Donate generously and remain blessed. All hail Biafra. Peace, progress, unity, and equity